here. Just let me know if that sounds okay. But yeah, welcome back to the episode. Thank you guys for tuning in today. We got Herm. He's coming back from taking a quick bathroom break before the stream began. So he's coming through right now. There he is. Looks good. Awesome. And then Jack might or might not be here later throughout the episode.
Maybe
But
not.
we'll have to see. But yeah, back to a dual host or a multiple host stream today. All the boys are back from spring break, so don't have to do it by myself anymore. But yeah, how was spring break for you? Where'd you go? What'd you do?
Oh, spring break was nuts. I went to Chicago. My sister's living out there now, so that was cool. Kind of checked out the city a little bit. You know, it was decent weather. Went to the zoo. They got a nice zoo. It's free as well.
Oh,
You know,
wow. That's
shout
nice.
out to, taxes, I guess. Because, I don't know. There's a lot of people there that probably wouldn't go to the zoo if it cost money,
Yeah, no.
And there's a lot of little kids there. Like, I just love going to the zoo and just seeing little kids. And it's like the closest thing to like exactly how you were as a kid. You go, I was just like that.
It's just like this.
And each kid has their own type of animals they like. I was always two very big animals I was a fan of, and that is the penguin. I think the penguin exhibit at the Detroit Zoo is just very impressive. And it's just interesting to think that, those creatures that live in such a cold place can be habitated.
What's the word?
Habilitated.
No?
No, that's not it.
It's domesticated?
No, they're not domesticated. They're not.
Captured?
I mean, they are captured.
Enclosed?
Yeah, they're enclosed. Yeah, enclosed is a cool word. That's correct.
I don't know what else would be.
Yeah, it's just like, the fact that they can, even with like polar bears too, it's just like how the hell can they even do that? And then like, I don't know, there's some animals there, like, I don't know, like some monkeys that were like kind of like outside kind of, but like, they got a certain amount of heaters, like some scientific furnaces just grilling those things. Because those are tropic animals, and they like warm weather. And, they're used to vegetation and humidity and stuff like that. And so it's all like a science. Like, I always thought, like, how do you even become like a zookeeper or whatever, to like change animals and stuff? Like, you really got to go to school for that and like actually get a degree, because like there's so many little things that like you can like know that's already known that you just got to learn, because like, I say I could go feed some fish, right?
Yeah.
I could go in a tank and feed some fish, sure. I think I could do it first try.
Yeah.
Now, am I doing it right, or am I doing the right steps to it? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Sorry, I'm just gonna fix the camera position a little bit, try to get it a little bit better.
Yeah, also, it's chocolate milk in the glass. Not doing any fraud ball here. We got some nice chocolate syrup in here.
How's that? That's better.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Much better. Alright, that should be good now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I like that a lot more. Perfect.
Yeah, so went to Chicago. I visited two of my buddies from high school
In Chicago?
in Chicago. One of my buddies goes to Northwestern. So
Where is Northwestern?
Northwestern's it's in a town called
Is it in Illinois?
yeah,
Oh.
it's the right. It's basically in Chicago.
Yeah.
I'd say it's about 15 minutes north of Chicago in like a college town called
Yeah.
Evanston.
Okay.
But the weird thing about this town is it's not like a college town. It's more of like a suburb of Chicago where they happen to have all these nicely built buildings and kids go there for school. Like there's no nightlife.
Really?
I'm saying, like, if you want to do something fun, people will just take the train to Chicago. It's only a 15-minute ride, Because, I mean, Chicago is actually such a big city. It has everything. But, like, there's actually really not too much to do in Evanston. And, like, you also got to think about it. It's a very nice school. So, I guess the demand, it's a very prolific university. So, the demand for, extracurriculars not beyond stuff that's good for you.
Yeah.
That's just not something they're really even worried about.
No.
It's not even a problem. So it's like that's not even like you don't even if you're Jason Chen, you don't care about what Evanston actually is. You care if it's safe. You care if you can get around, get to the city quick, and you care how the campus is and all that, and obviously how the classes and university is. And it is a very very nice place. We went. These guys are crazy. So these guys are smart kids. Chen's got some cool buddies. I got to meet some of his roommates, and he still lives in a dorm. You got to live in a dorm.
Chen does?
Your first 2 years at Northwestern, you have to live in a dorm. And so, he's living at the top of this place right now. And my buddy, Kieran from Saline, he goes to Marquette up in Milwaukee. And so he heard me and Chen were meeting up. And so he took the train down. It was a Friday night. So he just took the train down. It's probably like an hour train ride. And then we all three of us met up at Chen's. It's cool. But for whatever reason, these guys really wanted to go up on this roof. And so we went to this, I don't even know what it was. I feel like it was some type of science building. There was definitely some labs in there. But we went up to, the 5th floor. And I hate to say, I'm not going to disclose anything, but, we're up to no good, right? And, we're going, we're going up there, right? And there's this construction zone, they're working on a certain floor of the building, and somehow my buddy knows that there's some way to get up to the roof through this construction site. And so we go through this construction site. It literally looked like a Call of Duty map. It was crazy, dude. And, there's nobody in the building. It was, 10 at night on a Friday night. Classes are done. It's the weekend. Weekend just started. All the faculty's gone. I don't even know if there's, I asked Chen because, Northwestern's about the opposite of Arizona State, right? And I asked how many police are on this campus, because in Tempe, you got police driving all over. It's a big campus. You got a lot of bad things going on that you got to deter. He said literally at Northwestern, you probably have 2 cops at a time there in that whole area,
Is it more of just a college town, though? Because I think that does change it. Tempe is a college town, but it's also, a bigger town in terms of, there's a lot more homeless here.
Oh,
there's, other business people.
I count Tempe as a city.
Yeah, Tempe's more a city.
I would say it's
it's not just a university.
Correct. Yeah, I would say Evanston's pretty much just the university, and then surrounded by it is just normal people that just commute to Chicago for work. I feel like.
So it's more of a suburbs.
It's more of a residential area. It's not actually a town.
Yeah, interesting.
In my experience, very nice though.
Yeah.
Clean. The homelessness is not. The homelessness in Chicago is real bad, but in Evanston you don't see it. Which makes sense.
Yeah.
So we ended up getting onto that roof. Had to climb a ladder. Got some sweet pictures of the Chicago skyline. It's just unreal. And another thing I have to say is, I think pictures are cool. But I love just looking at things, because it's so much more oh my god, it's it's an 8K panoramic. Dude.
Yeah, there's nothing better than
you just look around and you go, and you just kind of just sit there and you got to realize what you're doing in the moment. It's just unbelievable, I was just gazing, just looking at it. It's just crazy. From our vantage point, there's probably a bunch of buildings, a bunch of houses and stuff. Could probably see 25 miles of radius. Probably saw around where I was looking around 3 million people.
Drew's getting upset that we're not reading the comments. We're in the middle of a story. We'll get to the comments.
Dude, we got some NFL talk coming up.
I've been looking at them. I see all.
Don't worry about it. You see this shirt right here?
That's why I said go
Illini and bear down, and we got some stuff to talk about, and that's coming. Because that's serious talk. What has gone down in the last, I'd say, 45 minutes.
Oh yeah, crazy. Yeah, crazy.
It is crazy. Man.
Yeah. So that was Chicago.
That was Northwestern. And then I ripped the train, little Amtrak from the Union Station, Chicago. Went back to Ann Arbor to see my buddies from back home. Was there for a couple days, Had a great time. Just, it's kind of weird nowadays because you got people that have different spring breaks and everybody's all over the place, obviously. But I picked a decent week. A lot of my buddies didn't have any class or anything, so there's people in town at least. And everybody, we just all group up. The cool thing is some of my buddies are moving into new apartments and stuff, so I got to check those out. Some pretty cool stuff going on, no doubt about it. Like it's just cool to see, like, because even my, a lot of my friends that are still back home in my, the actual city I grew up in, they're not even taking the college route, right? They're just working right away, and good for them because they're actually doing pretty damn well. Like they're certainly living better than I am. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But again, side distraction. Semp was saying, we're not gonna throw names around, but when you wake up and your future is the same thing as your present, right?
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing right now, it's gonna be the same thing for the next 5-10 years. You're gonna be a grouchy, just not a fun person to be around, And so you always got to make sure that whatever you're doing in the present has some correlation to what you want to do in the future, obviously. Yeah. So that that's what gets me up every day, and it should. Yeah. It should get most people up.
Yeah. To stay in the same spot is just. I mean, you can do it for so long. How's the chocolate milk, Jay?
Chocolate milk's good.
Chocolate milk's good. Chocolate milk's really good.
Also, I would like to see this in the comments. St. Patty's Day is celebrated always on the 17th of March, right? Which could fall on, maybe it could fall on every day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe even Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm not sure. But it seems like for whatever reason, I don't know, when it's on a Sunday, it does seem like a lot of people celebrate it on the Saturday. Yeah, like it's almost like Saturday is the St. Patty's Day. And it just makes really, and they talk about St. Patty's Day weekend. That's cool and all. Speaking of Chicago, they dyed the river today, I think, green.
Oh yeah.
And that's great. They start the festivities for the whole weekend. But it's all about waking up at around 6 a.m. on Sunday. It's one of the greatest Sundays ever, and you just have a great time,
Yeah.
and great things happen.
Oh, great things happen.
That's what I think of St. Patty's Day. And usually St. Patty's Day is during the first round of the NCAA tournament. I think it must have fell on a weird day.
A little bit earlier.
Yeah, but now it's a week earlier, so we got the conference tournaments instead.
Yeah.
Which I won't complain. They've been great so far, no doubt about it.
Yeah. So that was your spring break. Now you're back to real life. I don't know if St. Patty's Day can fall on every day. I think Peyton's making fun of you.
Yeah, I mean, it probably can, I can't remember the last time St. Patty's Day was on like a Monday or Tuesday or something like that. It just feels weird. Maybe that'll be next year. Maybe next year.
This year's also weird because it's a leap year.
Oh, it's a leap year too. See,
so
I don't know how the days of the year shift every year. Is it just one day? So like, if my birthday was on a Saturday last year, is it going to be on a Sunday this next year? Is that how it works?
I don't know. Well, but also leap years throw it off. So
that's what I'm saying.
Like this year, technically, without the leap year, St. Patty's Day would be on Saturday.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. So every 4 years, it gets thrown off because there's an extra day, and then I don't know about other than that, but I guess it probably could fall on every day on any day, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, my spring break was nothing. Obviously, you guys heard from me, so I was here.
He was making good content, I'll tell you that much. I tuned into a couple of the episodes.
I was trying to. Yeah, one of the things I saw in the comments was my mom talked about the cookies. Did you try them, the ones I made?
No, I never tried them.
All right, well, either later or right now you can try them, but yeah. No, Herm hasn't been able to try them yet, but Jack and then Jack's brother tried them, and from what I heard, all good things, unless they were just lying to me to get my hopes up. But either way,
The problem is you can never ask somebody who's close to you how good the food is, because
it's always gonna be
good.
Yeah.
You can't. That's just like one of the worst things you can say to somebody, honestly. Yeah. Is, hey dude, this is terrible. I would have liked it if somebody else would have made it.
Yeah, exactly. You can't do that.
You actually made this pretty bad, man. It could have been made way better.
Yeah,
like that's terrible. You can't do it.
That's true.
You can maybe take a bite out of it and then not touch it to kind of give them the hint, like, yeah, the dude didn't even finish it,
Yeah.
It's probably not the best, right?
Yeah.
But at least he ate it and didn't complain, right?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, no complaints.
No complaints, never.
Um,
Metro Boomin.
So yeah, hopefully Harm will try those cookies. Maybe we'll get a review from him soon. But let's see what we got here. So a lot of football
A lot of
things.
football stuff's been
Jay
going
was
on.
mentioning, why do the Steelers need Russ and Justin Fields?
That's a great question. So my
Yeah, you want to
yeah,
take this?
I don't really know what's going on in the league because the quarterbacks are really changing because this draft class is so good. But honestly, I have a feeling they have to pay Russ all this money. Or no, they're getting Russ for free right now, right?
It's $1 million.
Because the Broncos are paying all of Russ's $40 million contract, right? And they also have Fields on the last year of his rookie deal for $1.6 million. So realistically, I think it will be real likely that Russell Wilson, from probably about maybe week 5 through week 8, expect him to be benched, and Fields will play instead of him because I do think Fields is a better quarterback. The Bears were just put in a real tough spot with trading him with this draft class coming up, and there's no problem with it because we're going to take Caleb Williams now. So I don't get the problem there, but I think the Steelers are doing good things. They made good moves, signing good players. They got Patrick Queen. I mean, they traded Deontay Johnson for a bag of chips. That's never good. Yeah, never. But I do like, you got to get rid of Kenny Pickett, and they did. So
Yeah.
I don't mind it. The problem is I just don't think Russ is consistent enough. Who knows what you're going to get out of that guy? I don't know how old he is nowadays. He's definitely
He's
up
getting
there.
up there.
But, he wasn't bad with the Broncos by any means. It was just the Broncos in general were bad. So I think same goes with the Bears. I mean, Fields is also younger, though. He hasn't really developed. I think Fields can and possibly will develop into a real good quarterback. But I just think that the Bears can't risk that. There's no reason for us to. We scammed last year with trading that Bryce Young #1 overall pick. There's no reason to scam again. Let's just take Caleb Williams because that guy's actually probably good.
Jay thinks he's really cocky.
I do think he's cocky. I've always been on that wave. I do think he's like, I don't really like the way he carries himself at all.
But him as a football player.
As a football player, though, he's really good, and I really think he is around the league. The second he gets in the league, every single player is gonna want to kill that guy. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
Just going to want to kill him, and I think it's going to make him play that much better. I think Caleb Williams will be a problem in the league, but I do not like the way he carries himself. I feel like he'll be a locker room cancer, as they might say. It just seems like he's going to walk in there as a rookie and just, think he's top dog, which realistically you're getting paid, whatever the rookie deal is for the #1.
I mean, if he's going #1, I mean, he's gonna have a good rookie contract.
Yeah,
probably
he's gonna have a sweet rookie deal.
a
His
great
his signing
guarantee.
bonus will be
Yeah,
nuts.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, we'll see.
We'll see. I mean, he's gonna play for us. We're gonna draft.
Yeah, you have to now.
Yeah, we have to now. I mean, we pretty much traded Fields. I was thinking of maybe holding on to Fields until probably even after the draft. We can draft Caleb and have Fields on our team just because Fields isn't getting paid that much. But I think we probably just shipped him out because I think we're just set on Caleb. I think we must have had good team meetings with him. He impressed us.
I thought he didn't want to go to the Bears. Was that earlier? Now he's just like.
That was always the thing he was saying, man. He said he was picking the teams he wanted to play for, but that doesn't work out. I'm pretty sure. I think that was just like an agent plot.
Probably to try to get something.
Trying to get some leverage. He also said that whatever team drafts him, he wants a minority stake in the team.
Oh God.
That's not gonna happen. That's not possible.
That's not how this works.
It's not legal.
No.
But he'll figure it out eventually. A couple sacks by Aiden Hutchinson will get him going.
Oh yeah.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, you guys should have seen about 10 minutes before the podcast started. We're just sitting here getting ready, kind of talking about the topics for today. All of a sudden, I'm on my phone. No! And I'll pop Herm off the couch. I'm like, what just happened? And he's like, the worst thing ever.
It's just
We
terrible.
traded Fields.
It's terrible. Not only did we trade Fields, we traded him to Pittsburgh, all right?
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't got too many problems with Pittsburgh, but I will say, you know, being a little bit of a Cleveland fan as well, I mean, come on. That's just such a bad place to live, even. You know, I've been to Pittsburgh before. No disrespect to the Steel City, but yeah, it's like 30 times worse than Detroit. And Detroit's awesome, so I guess it doesn't mean much.
I love Detroit.
Yeah,
Great spot.
we love Detroit. We're the Mowers, all right?
Yeah.
You know, we're basically, the 3-1-3 is just, you know, kind of instilled in my blood a little bit.
It is.
You know?
He's probably more keen going there now that they have Keenan Allen.
Yeah, no, absolutely. When I saw that Keenan Allen,
another big trade.
yeah, that's another huge trade for the Bears. The Bears have made great moves. I mean, DeAndre Swift is an interesting signing. I think he's still a good running back as long as he stays healthy. Kevin Byard at safety is nuts. I mean, we just took two great players from the Eagles, but then we traded a 4th rounder for Keenan Allen. I mean, that's good work.
That's really good.
That's good work. And the second I saw that, I said, you know, you got DJ Moore and Keenan Allen now. Obviously, we lost Darnell Mooney. That guy's pretty bad. Somehow he's getting paid $13 million a year down in Atlanta now. But I don't think that Fields isn't really a prolific passer, and he probably never will be, just because he unfortunately suffers from a real lack of processing. Okay, this guy snaps the ball. He's got bad footwork. He's going back 5 steps. And then he finally looks up at around 3 open receivers. There's 3 guys in the grill of his face, and there he goes. Run away. So, you know, and it works a lot of the times. I mean, there's definitely some Lions fans in here, but Fields tears up the Lions, you know. And so I just said, you know, obviously I don't hate the Lions. You know, I got some mutual respect for them because I love Michigan.
Yeah.
But that guy, we just traded Fields for a 6th-round conditional pick for next year. 6th round, and there's a certain restriction with if he plays a certain amount of snaps, that 6th round will turn into a 4th rounder, right? So what I'm basically trying to say is this so-called 6th round valuable quarterback, that's his value right now in the league, just has torched the Lions the last 2 years. I don't even want to look at the stats or the record, and the Lions have definitely done better than the Bears, I'll tell you that much. But, good thing the Lions have made good moves to improve the defense, because that thing was stinky last year. Sole reason you lost to the Niners.
Yeah.
Simple.
Oh, yeah.
Simple. Sorry, defense.
Yep.
The Bears' defense was much better.
Yeah. No, that's true.
But we had Fields at quarterback, and Jared Goff, Jared Goff is an underrated guy. You know,
but there also has been now, right, or what were you going to say?
I got a crazy thing.
Right.
I don't know if anybody knows this in here, but the Rams have a 1st-round pick this year, and it's the first time they've had a 1st-round pick since they drafted Jared Goff 1st overall in what I believe was 2016 draft.
Huh.
Maybe 17. No, I think it's 16.
Wait, that was their last 1st overall?
No, 1st-round pick.
Their last 1st round?
Yes.
Wait, so you're telling me for the past, 5-6 years, they haven't had a 1st-round pick?
Past 7 years.
Why? They were always, trading irrelevant?
Well, they traded up to get Jared Goff, so there goes 2018 draft pick. And then 2019, they traded for I don't know who they traded for. They traded for a real good player. And then I think 2020 was a Stafford trade. They lost 2 1st-rounders there.
Yeah. I mean, that was.
I think there's.
They wouldn't have won
Yeah, no, exactly. They did exactly what they wanted to do there. But do you know what
the
their
Rams or the Chargers?
Rams?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, do you know who the last 3 1st-round picks for the Rams were? Obviously, the last one was Jared Goff, picked 1st overall.
Wait, Jared Goff went to the Rams?
Jared Goff was drafted by the Rams 1st overall.
Oh yeah, I forgot he. Okay, yeah. So Jared Goff.
He swapped with Stafford.
Is Keenan Allen older than Jared Goff?
Keenan Allen's on the Chargers. We're talking about the Rams shit.
Oh yeah, okay.
So
Cooper Kupp.
No, it was 20. Cooper Kupp was he was a steal in the draft.
Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley.
Yep, I knew that.
2016 draft, 1st-round draft pick, and then another 2016 draft pick. They had 2 1st-round draft picks. D tackle, just retired.
AD? Aaron Donald?
AD.
From the Pelicans?
Aaron Donald. So their last 3 first-round draft picks were Aaron Donald, Todd Gurley, and Jared Goff. And now they finally get another one.
That's crazy.
So,
I mean, those are all 3 great picks.
Those are 3 great picks.
Is Todd Gurley still playing?
No, Todd Gurley hasn't played since 2020, man. And
so he only played for a few years.
Todd Gurley's got one of the most mysterious careers ever. And he kind of really just changed the way that people look at running backs. It's the reason Saquon Barkley's in Philly now, because the Giants will never pay a running back that much money when you can be. Todd Gurley was one of the most dominant backs for about 3 years, dude. That guy was sick. And then injury, I mean, you'll get it. The tough thing about running back is, like, you're going to get injured eventually. You're
getting hit every
You're
play.
getting hit every play by multiple people. Even as you're going down, you're getting hit in the legs and stuff.
You got to block linemen.
You got to block linemen. I mean, it's just a brutal position to play. I mean, it probably is very fun to play, you know. But, like, oh, God. It's the longevity to it is not there. So, you know.
Speaking of running backs, I want to give a quick shout-out. I don't know if he's on this stream right now, but Connor Bell, he's one of my good buddies from high school. He's now playing football at Kalamazoo in Michigan, and he's been one of their running backs for the last few years. And next year he's going to be a junior, and he just got named one of the captains for the team.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
congrats, Connor. That's awesome.
So Connor Bell, if you're watching this right now, or if you see it later, congrats to you.
You know, I've watched a couple DC games back in my day, and I will say Connor Bell could take some hits.
Oh,
no
man.
doubt about it.
He's a tank. He's a tank. Yeah, but that's awesome for you, Connor, and wish you the best for this upcoming season. And,
absolutely.
Hopefully I can try to make it out to a game. That'd be awesome to come and get to watch you guys. But yeah, congrats to you for that. So back to the NFL thing. What other big trades? So we got Keenan Allen, obviously. You got Justin Fields. Saquon went to the Eagles. Who'd the Lions pick up? They picked up a cornerback.
Yeah, Lions traded for what's his name? Carlton Davis from the Buccaneers.
Is that the lineman?
No, cornerback.
That's a cornerback. And then they picked up a D tackle?
Yeah, they picked up a Reader. God, what's his name? DJ, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
DJ Reader from Cincinnati. That guy's a beast. Those are 2 great defensive pickups for sure that were much needed, because you guys were missing the D tackle last year for sure. Yep. You guys were missing a lockdown corner.
Yep.
You guys got both of them. It's looking good. It's looking
good.
Do
they still have James Houston?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. And he's a tackle?
No, he's more of an end.
Edge rusher.
And he's more of an edge rusher, and I think maybe he'll line up sometimes as an outside linebacker.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Which obviously makes sense.
Yeah, Austin was asking, what do you think about the Lions have done? So yeah, overall, I mean,
I like what the Lions have done. I saw today they just re-signed DPJ. I know Jack, he's not here right now, but I saw he left a comment on the Instagram post. He said with the wide receiver class of this current upcoming NFL draft, he said, I would have rather taken, a gamble on pretty much any one of them, as late as it goes, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th round, than re-sign DPJ. Now, obviously, as a Michigan fan, I think he's a dog. He's an absolute athlete. He'll make plays. I'm sure he's not the best route runner, but I think he's got decent hands, and he's a good special teams guy, too. So, I mean, it was only a 1 year, $2 million deal, so I don't mind that. They obviously re-signed Graham Glasgow, dude. That guy is a monster, okay? That guy is sweet.
Their whole O-line.
Their whole O-line is just, they're huge.
It's just great.
They are huge. They remind me of the 2018 New Orleans Saints line. It is elite.
Yeah.
It's elite.
Yeah.
They are huge.
They're massive.
Like, their smallest dude is Penei Sewell, literally.
And
he is 6'4" and 340 probably.
And the way he moves,
he's literally the strongest guy in the league.
The way that he moves too is just incredible. Like, you see a lineman like that, and then the way they use it,
that's the thing.
They have a motion from a wide receiver into basically a tackle, and they motion him in like that.
Penei Sewell's easily a Hall of Famer, dude.
Like, that's ridiculous.
Dude. Like it's just like the amount of strength per pound he's got, dude. Because like he's so fast, dude.
It's incredible.
He's so fast, but man, that guy's a fucking beast.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Watching him in games, it blows me away that people can just that can be like their everyday walk around weight and size. And it's one thing to live that way, but it's crazy to perform at a level like
For
that.
that to be your athletic build for a fucking professional sport, dude. It makes I always wonder how O-line prepared, dude.
Austin said they had him play tight end for a whole drive in the playoffs. That's like how many offensive tackles in the league can do that?
It's just crazy.
That's awesome.
It's crazy.
And the way that he, watching him almost, I see similarities between him and who's the Niners one?
Trent Williams.
Absolutely.
I
the way that they lead block, it's just great. Both of them.
Dude, their shifts on the line are so clean.
So good.
Their footwork's unbelievable.
Really good. And I mean, I guess it makes sense. You don't get to that level with that size without having the perfect technique. But yeah, it's impressive. It's really good stuff.
Definitely.
I mean, is there any other massive trades? Do we miss anything?
I would say, let me think of. I think one real bad thing that happened. The Titans signed Calvin Ridley to a massive deal, 4 years, $92 million.
Yeah.
Will Levis is throwing to him. Come on. I mean, we always talk about it. I don't hate on the city of Nashville. Never been. It's probably a great, nice country city, right? But you don't want to ever see a player that you want to see succeed go to the Tennessee Titans. Because I mean, even Derrick Henry, dude. That's just
that's what happened.
It's a waste of a career, dude.
Yeah.
It's a simple waste. I mean, Ryan Tannehill, that guy's garbage. I mean, I don't know. They got a new head coach coming in. Hopefully, he can, fix things. But I don't know.
Are there any big coaching changes in the NFL?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple. I don't really feel. I mean, I'd say the biggest coaching change is by far Harbaugh to the Chargers.
Oh yeah,
no doubt. That's big because that's
Staley.
Yeah, for Staley. That's a college coach. Just won a national championship. Going back to the big leagues. Obviously, he's been a successful NFL coach before, but it's going to be interesting because I just want to see how he's going to have to shift his coaching and his preparation because it's different when you're schooling, a bunch of, these people are still kids basically, right? Young men, and then you move into guys getting paid $20 million a year. These guys are 28-year-olds. Professional, these guys are in their career right now, and it's a lot different, and even the game, the game plan and everything. I have a feeling that I want to say that in the NFL, the head coach probably doesn't make as big of a difference as in college. I think a good head coach in college can single-handedly, I don't care who the coordinators are, I don't care who your linebacker coach is, I don't care who your running back coach is. If you have a good head coach that can get the boys rolling, it does a lot. It really does. But in the NFL, it's like a committee. It's like there's too many things. Harbaugh can't do everything. You hire people to do things for him, obviously.
Yep.
But it'll be interesting to see just kind of the way he handles it. I mean, I just want to see him on the sideline, with this great play sheet,
It's going to be weird.
Just standing there looking.
Not seeing him in his khakis and U of M.
He'll still wear the khakis, man.
He'll still wear the khakis.
No
No doubt about that. But to not see him in that U of M hat, U of M polo.
Yeah, no, it's going to be something for sure. It was a great run, though.
I think it was a great run for him at U of M, but I think it's also a great time for him to transition back from college to the pros because great time for him to end his career at Michigan.
Yep.
But also where he's transitioning to, where are they at? The Chargers, Los Angeles?
Los Angeles.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great spot to go because, I think they're going to have potential in a few. Basically, I think it's a great time because it's rebuilding almost.
Yeah, I think it's good because Harbaugh's got a past with the Chargers. He played there as a quarterback. And, I think he was actually born in California, probably SoCal. And so there's no better place for him to return. He lived in Ann Arbor for 10 years, for on top of when he went to college. And he probably lived there before then, too. But, I would definitely like moving to LA. It's a nice change of scenery. And I think another thing you got to look at, I think Saban just did an interview talking about kind of why he retired. And we got this Iowa State Houston game on in the background, Big 12 championship. I'm gonna say one thing right now, and it sucks, but college sports will be done in the next 10 years. There will be no college sports, and it's literally getting ruined. It's becoming a business, basically becoming a lower division of professional
It's
sports.
just amateurs.
It's amateurs.
I think all sports are going to be like hockey and baseball. How like college is not as dominant. It's going to be more minor leagues.
It just sucks though because like I love the way that this is easy. Like no other country does college sports like this, dude. And I think it's such a good idea because you get these athletes that sure they have bright futures. They might be making millions in the league. But you force them to at least showcase their talent in college and at least have them go to classes. There's some guys that have to play 4 years in their career. They got to go the whole way. They get free school. They get a degree. Majority of basketball players obviously end up turning into obviously normal people, doing real things. So, like, it's just kind of like nowadays it just seems like, like the NBA really started it, in my opinion, with the whole G League. If you're an 18-year-old high schooler, because the rule in the NBA is you just have to be 1 year removed out of high school. So instead of going to college for a year, wasting your time there, having to do dumb classes, let's say you go to Kentucky, right? I couldn't stand 2 months in Lexington, Kentucky. I would immediately move out, right? But you're telling me you gotta live there, you gotta just literally do your whole basketball is not even like top priority. Why not just sign a contract with the G League team, make $1.5 million, and you don't even have to do anything. No. You're just prepared. You're in the gym all day balling.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I don't know, man.
I mean, we see it now even because there's a lot of players who, Jose Perez.
Oh man. So being a big ASU fan, our basketball team was terrible this year. I think we ended the year 14-18. We lost by about 40 to Utah in the Pac-12 championship on about Tuesday. But we had this great player. He was a fifth-year senior. He's been all around the nation, playing for different schools. His name was Jose Perez. He's a great player for us, man. He's a bucket getter. He might have been our leading scorer. Probably averaged around 15, right? The regular season ended around, last week, so you still got the Pac-12 tournament. We can go on a run, right? Get an auto bid and make it to March Madness. This guy got offered a deal overseas to play, right? And so he just immediately took it and left the team.
Yeah, he's gone.
We were really missing him on Tuesday. But it's kind of like, he's not going to the NBA, right? So I take that.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think there's just no option for that here because it's either college or you're done.
Right.
That's the route after high school to pro, really. Unless you make it on a G League team, but most of those players either played in college or overseas before.
Yeah, and G League is just $40K a year.
Yeah.
Well, not even. They're getting paid nice.
Yeah,
they're probably getting paid $140.
I mean, they're getting paid decently, but it's not like you're on a major contract.
Yeah, but it's better than being.
Better than being in college.
A normal person.
Yeah. But yeah, if there was an alternative where someone like Jose Perez can find a team in a G League or one step down from the NBA.
That's what I feel like I love how baseball does things, because baseball you can draft people right out of high school.
I don't
right?
like that.
And it is such a big pipeline of how things work. Like you have AAA, you got AA, you got single A, you got there's even more. I mean there's just like these crazy farm organizations, but the thing about that is like it's all about development, right? You work your way up, right? And another thing I like is like you can draft somebody out of high school, right? They can still go to college, play their ball in college, and the rights that the team drafted them to, they still belong to that team. You know, that's a cool thing. Like I feel like that's cool, being able to know where you're playing before you're even playing college ball. Like that's not a bad thing, because again, baseball. There are very few baseball players that just get drafted instantly and are just like starting in a lineup. Dude, baseball's such a hard sport.
Baseball's so tough.
It's wild.
Yeah.
And like I think the biggest thing about baseball I suppose the NFL and I guess all sports are like this, but like I think the skill gap in baseball from like a professional to like a college, even like a really good college player, like these NFL or these MLB pitchers would have no problem striking these guys out, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean they don't know how to face speed and movement like that.
No.
It's ridiculous. But I mean, same goes with every sport.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. I think hockey is tough. Like the NHL guys are definitely a lot better than college. Like there's very few college. Even I mean, you look at Connor Bedard for example. He's one of the best players at his age. Goes to the MLB or NHL. He does well, but there's still times where you see him out there and you're like, all right, you know that he's not as developed as some of these other guys.
That's also because he's
football.
18,
Yeah, football's the same.
I feel like basketball's
basketball's
the
the
weird. Yeah, basketball is the one sport, and I think personally, it's got to be because of it's really a genetic sport in my opinion. I mean, obviously, there's fundamentals to the sport. You got to know how to play the game, but some people are literally born into that sport. If you get a crazy mutation where you happen to be 6'11", let's say. It's just unbelievable. Well, I mean, that's what it is. I don't think that being 6'11" is normal. Yeah, I mean, it's a mutation. It's a great mutation.
What if you're 7'4"?
7'4". So that's the thing about Wemby. That guy was balling over in France, right? That guy is our age, and he immediately goes to the league, and obviously he's a freak.
He's having record rookie.
Yeah, and he's a beast, right? And so like that, and like even with college, like sure. Like watching college basketball is hard sometimes because there are a lot of bots on the court. Like you're like, geez, barely a step up from high school basketball. But what I will say is the one thing I love about college basketball is on every given team there are literally NBA players playing right now. They just haven't gotten drafted yet. They're about to get drafted. So like because there are NBA players that will immediately get drafted and give you that 20 points per game in the league. Like they're actually a real player.
Yeah.
And I guess like for even for like rookies in the NFL, like besides like a quarterback, what position? Maybe like a good DN that has a nuts year, but like it's a process, right? But the NBA, if you're good, you're just going in there and you're hooping.
Yeah.
You're playing ball.
And I think that also shows in the route that you take to go to high school to the pros. MLB or NBA, you can do 1 year in college and you can go to the pros. I know for football it's three. I mean, I think there's very few college guys who play 1 year in baseball and go.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, yeah, probably not.
I mean,
there are guys that go straight from high school and just skip college and then just start in the minors, right?
But that's still the minors.
That's still the minors, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like college baseball is a little interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like the most. Out of all the sports, it's probably I've never really got too much into college baseball just because I know it's not actually the best players that are playing college baseball. No. It's the guys that are left over from the draft.
That's the other thing I dislike about having a lot of variety because when I look at hockey, one of my buddies from high school was talking about how he was drafted to the OHL or something, which is like the Ontario Hockey League or something.
Oh, yeah, I've been to an OHL game, and it's lit.
Yeah, no, it's super cool, but you got the OHL, you got all these other minor league teams, and then like Herm was saying, you don't have the best players in one league. You have some players who are really, really good who play in college. You have some players who are really, really good and play in the OHL.
Yeah,
you have some players that are really good and you play here. And so then you have all these people who are going to be prospects for the professional league, but they're not playing against other top prospects.
They're not playing in similar competition, so it's really I feel like drafting in the NHL has got to be pretty hard.
Yeah,
dude.
I mean the MLB too. Like you could draft high schoolers.
Yeah.
And then you could draft a high schooler and not see him for 6 years.
I think basketball is the easiest. You just go, hey, this guy can ball.
Yes.
All right. This guy's got good post moves. This guy's got great size, great speed. He's got a great jumper. This guy's a good player.
I think basketball is the easiest to see. I think football is the second easiest, only because of the fact that pretty much the only way to go from high school to the NFL is through college football.
I also think football is easy to see because football, I feel like, is way easily majority preparation. The main thing's not even really the game. That's just 60 minutes of it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that's when you got to perform, but really, when teams win games, most of the time it's through the preparation. They prepare better than the other teams, right?
Yeah.
And so like in the NBA, dude, practice doesn't matter. What
Yeah,
are they even
yeah,
doing in practice, dude?
you look
They
at-
do a 15-minute shoot around, just chucking up balls, and they're doing maybe a layup line, just yamming down. I mean, it's pretty.
Same thing
stupid,
for
dude.
same thing.
You
for
run a couple
MLB.
plays. You run some plays half speed. You just chuck some balls up, and it's all good.
Yeah. What do you do in
because
the
know
MLB?
you're good.
Just
Yeah,
pass it back and
just
forth.
ground ball practice, BP, or hitting,
Practice double plays.
practice double plays, take some
Yeah.
outfield practice,
Whereas in the NFL,
NFL, it's like,
a lot
because
of prep. You got to know
NFL,
your plays.
I think the coolest thing about NFL is that it's always player versus player.
Mm.
It's matchup versus matchup, O-line versus D-line, cornerback versus wide receiver, linebacker versus running back / quarterback, Whereas, I guess same in basketball, but baseball obviously is way more of a team sport. Sure, I guess it's pitcher versus batter all the time, but it's you're not really doing anything at this, at once. You can easily be I feel like it's much easier to be a fraud baseball player,
Yeah.
you can be a fraud ball.
I think baseball is tricky though, because you could be really lacking in some aspects, but if certain aspects of your game are stellar, you can do fine.
Right, exactly.
You could be a not so good hitter,
Yeah.
but if you are fast, you can just throw you in center field.
Yeah, there's some people who just pinch run. They don't even they don't even field or hit. They just run.
So but I guess that's probably with everything.
That's with everything, I guess. Yeah, I think basketball is the most important, that you're an all-around player in my opinion, because at any given time your matchup the guy you're guarding can just blow right by you.
The matchup could change.
For some,
you could go from standing in the corner to have the ball in your hand.
that is the sole reason why I think Amani Bates. I'm a big Amani Bates fan. He's a Lincoln High School, not even a graduate, because he left, but he's a great player. He's gotten some, a little bit of time with the Cavs. I think he's actually up with them right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, but he's such a good scorer, man. This guy will give you 20 off the bench in the NBA, no doubt about it. But it's just, he's such a liability, man. This guy does not know how to pass the ball or even just look at a play developing, and he is just a brick when it comes to defense, just a brick. I'd say, if I go at the hoop 10 times with him, I mean, he is 6'9", but I'll probably get one bucket and another one will be an and one, so 2. But an and one is wild,
So 3.
Yeah, I mean, if I make the free throw, absolutely. Which that shouldn't happen for a guy like me to be able to score on
It shouldn't. On an NBA player.
On an NBA player that's about way taller than me.
Yeah.
It's
not a good look for him.
It's not a good look.
No.
It's not a good look.
What was I just gonna say?
Football's cool because you have your responsibilities.
Yeah.
It's like a battlefield, and you have your own assignments.
Yeah. You got your frontline guys. You got your artillery in the back.
Oh yeah. You got your cannons. You got your mortars. It's ready to go. It's ready to go.
Yeah. You got aerial support every once in a while.
Yep.
You got that red challenge flag.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So speaking of all this sports stuff, I don't know if anyone of you guys have seen, but there's this guy recently blowing up on TikTok.
Oh man.
Blowing up on TikTok, Twitch.
Don't even call it TikTok. Say he's blowing up on Twitch and he's big on TikTok now.
He's blowing up everywhere.
He is a big blow up.
His name is Sketch. He's he started by really just playing Madden.
Who knows? Sketch might be off his stream right now watching this.
Yeah, hopefully Sketch is watching us.
Sketch.
Hey brother.
Hey brother.
No, but if you guys haven't, check him out. Just search up Sketch, whatever, on YouTube, and he's just got some funny mannerisms. And hold on, I want to stop what I'm saying. We got the Houston.
Dude, what is happening? Whoa! Oh my god! Oh my god, dude! The whole time we've been talking, I didn't realize that Houston has been crumbling.
Yeah.
The number one team in the country right now. It was a close game at halftime, They've only scored 5 points in 13 minutes of the second half. Right now it is 54-28. Iowa State is winning.
Yeah.
Oh,
this is
my
crazy.
God.
I just saw that graphic and I had to say something.
Oh, my God.
Iowa State has just been playing stellar ball.
Dude, Houston might not score 40 this game. This is crazy.
Iowa State's just been tearing Houston apart with just ball movement,
God.
just locking them down on defense.
I think this probably gives Iowa State the
This might bump them up to a 1 seed.
No, it'll get them to a 2, I think. I think they're a 2. I think Iowa State's a 2 seed.
You don't think they'll jump UNC?
No, UNC's not a 1.
Who's the fourth one?
Oh, if UNC wins today, they're a 1.
You have what? UConn, Purdue, and Houston.
Yeah. UNC is above Iowa State. I'd say.
Yeah, I guess
I
right.
would say.
All right,
But-
back to what I was saying. Yeah, if you haven't seen him, go search up Sketch. He's just got some funny mannerisms. He always puts his finger up, and the way he talks is hilarious. He's just a super funny guy. But he's got it's more than just me and Jack. A lot of my friends I know are falling into the trap of copying things they hear and see, and he just does his thing so often that every time me and Jack see each other, hey brother, what's up brother? Tuesday, check. Tuesday. It's just great. He's an awesome guy. If you don't know who he is, check him out. Sketch, if you're watching this, we love you.
Sketch, you're a goat.
You're a goat.
I love Sketch. I love watching his clips. Can't stand these guys though. It's terrible.
Yeah, no, there's some points where like I find myself doing it and I get annoyed myself.
Yeah,
And then I'm like,
it's just
yeah,
like,
like, stop.
if I want to watch Sketch, I can watch him. I can play him anytime I want.
I mean, finally, there are 7 points scored this half.
That was
Um,
wow.
um,
Wow.
so wait, when's the March Madness tournament begin?
I think the first 4 games probably are Tuesday, Wednesday.
Of this week?
Yep.
Okay.
And then Thursday, Friday are the 2 days of the first round, and then Saturday, Sunday goes right into the second round.
Gotcha. All right, then maybe what we'll do is
And then Sweet 16 and Elite 8 are in 2 weeks.
perfect. Maybe what we should do is we should get a ESPN or March Madness bracket going and post it into the podcast,
Yeah, we'll do
and then all you guys can do it.
Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, let's do a Mowers.
Mowers bracket.
Yeah, a whole.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. All right, so
Yeah, well,
some point throughout this week, or once we figure out all the teams.
the winner gets a certain prize. All right, we're not gonna tell you the prize.
Nah, but maybe some talk 'em out.
Chalk and Milk will do.
Chocolate milk will do. Yeah, no, but we will. I'll post something on Instagram about the bracket so that we'll be able to fill one out. You'll be able to see our bracket and what we pick, and then you guys can fill one out and compete against us and see how well your bracket does. I think that'll be fun to keep everyone engaged into the tournament, and who doesn't like making a bracket? I mean, $1 million for a perfect bracket.
Yes, I would love to make $1 million making a bracket, and even Warren Buffett, I think he says he does something as well.
Oh,
Even though it'll never happen.
no.
But what I will say, I don't speak French. All right, I don't speak French, but I do know a little bit of French. All right, and I will say to everybody out there watching, pardon my French, but fuck the Packers. All right. Come on. All right. Can we all agree on that? All right. That's the only French I know.
Where did that come from? We were talking about the Packers.
Well, I looked into the chat and I thought that was a cheesehead. All right.
It is.
It's not a cheesehead.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
It's cheese.
all right. Well, I just saw the cheesehead and it made me think of the Packers. And I can't think of anybody in here right now that would possibly like that franchise. That would possibly like anything.
Maybe Alexander Halleck.
Alexander Halleck better not be watching. If he is, he knows what I said. He knows.
That's hilarious.
Man.
Yeah, no, but I'll post something about it so that you guys can all create a bracket and then share it with your friends or family, or let's just get as many people as we can into this. Yeah, we'll come up with some prize. Maybe it's gonna be some cookies from me that I'll give to you guys.
Oh, can I try a cookie right now?
Yeah, go
Out the
ahead.
fridge.
All right, here.
All right, we're gonna do a little cookie review. What's a different kind here?
All right, I'll explain it.
All right.
So here we have the cookies. This will probably be the last little segment of this podcast, and we'll probably end it for today. So we got these are the normal. It's all the same dough. It's just different ingredients.
So these are M&Ms.
So these are M&M ones,
All right.
and then these are one of two things. Some of them are Twix,
Okay.
and some of them are Reese's.
Interesting, but they're not mixed.
No, they're not mixed.
Okay.
So I don't know which one's which because they're all look the same, but one tastes like peanut butter, one doesn't.
Okay, got it. All right.
So if you want to go for a try for one of those.
So the first one we're gonna try here, we're gonna get this piece right here. See what this is.
Probably Reese's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to try this opinion. No fake friends. He ate the whole thing, so I won't take any.
That's good flavor. You know.
Are they still fresh?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah.
Good.
This is a real good cookie.
Good.
This is good.
All right.
Now, what I will say is, where's my milk, brother? You know, because
It's my milk, brother.
Because it is a real dry cookie.
All right, I'll get you some milk.
No, you don't have to do that, but thank you.
No, I got you.
But that's what it's supposed to be.
You got 2 more cookies to try. You can't try.
That's a damn good cookie.
2 more cookies.
But you know what? After second thought, I'm not sure that I had a peanut butter one there.
Oh, interesting.
I didn't.
That was Twix.
Yeah. I'm getting the caramel now.
Yeah, that's the Twix one.
Oh.
I think the Twix one's the best one.
Ah, dude, what I just had was nuts. All right, we gotta get another small piece. Hopefully this is
Tastes
peanut
like
butter.
smell like peanut butter.
Dude, I think it smells the same, to be honest. But who would have ever thought that Twix and Reese's smell the same? Nobody.
Oopsies. Is that the same one?
No.
Oh, okay.
Can't be.
Okay.
Maybe.
Does one of those taste like peanut butter? Do you got a peanut butter taste in your mouth?
I'm gonna say this last one was peanut butter.
Okay.
I think I got one of them.
Okay.
Both really good. I couldn't really tell.
We gotta know if the cookies are cheese or sugar. I don't know what that means. That's new person lingo that I don't know.
Wow, that is some crazy lingo. So, out of a 10 scale, I'm gonna give that first one, the Twix one. I didn't have it with milk. I'm probably gonna give it a 8.4.
That's fine. That's
Okay.
really good.
I'm gonna give the Twix an 8.4.
It's really good.
It was good.
I'll take that.
Now this Reese's one. Do you put salt on these?
Yeah. So, you're supposed to use like finely grinded salt, but I didn't have that.
Use like coarse salt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can taste.
Did you get a chunk of salt?
It tastes
Oh, yeah.
great, man.
I
was like, what is this? No, you know.
It's not even that bad.
No, it's not.
Like
No.
I actually was like
No.
kind of enjoyed the extra bit of salt I got in
I
mine.
think it's good. Like it's like stuck
It's
in my
like
tooth right now.
still salty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I think the Reese's for me. I'm probably gonna put the Reese's, and it's probably because I had milk with it, and I also just like peanut butter. But I'm gonna go with an 8.8.
Oh, okay.
Really good.
Wow.
Now this is the cookie I don't think I'll like because I think M&Ms are pretty trash.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
That's fair. You can have half if you want.
yeah, I'm gonna actually break it before I eat it because I'm not gonna eat the whole thing.
We got Nelson in the chat. What up, Nelson?
Hey, I'm trying some of Sem's cookies.
Yep.
All right, this is the M&M. This looks like a snickerdoodle to me.
Yep. And this is also a regular cookie versus this was more of like a cookie.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this had salt on it. This doesn't.
No, that doesn't have salt on it. That has salt in it. So that one does too.
Oh.
So basically, I made all the dough.
Oh, this has salt in it, huh?
I made all the dough. I split into 3 things, and then I put the ingredients.
All right.
It's pretty basic.
Yeah. You know.
Those are definitely more dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This cookie, this is what I expected all of them to be like.
Yeah.
I would give this probably like a 6.3. Not fairly M&M, but I mean, let's be real. If you don't get peanut M&Ms and you get normal M&Ms, you're doing life wrong, right? You know.
Do you like the peanut or peanut butter M&Ms?
Oh no. Oh no. All right, come on, man. All right. We don't support that. All right, that's a bad thing.
So yeah, you gave that what, 6.3 you said?
I'll give this a 6.3.
Yeah.
You know, it's good if you like it. Yeah,
Very, very basic cookie.
Basic
nothing
cookie,
crazy.
you know. I think anything above a 5 means, you know, if you're above a 5.0, it means you're doing more good than bad.
Yeah.
And so, you know, 6
6 is good. Yeah, really good.
6.3 will get it done for your worst cookie.
For my worst cookie.
For your worst cookie.
Yeah. So thank you. I appreciate that. Maybe we'll do. Yeah. I was saying we're gonna do a cooking stream again with all three of us. Do something fun, maybe a little challenge or something.
Real good.
So if anyone saw that cooking stream, I appreciate that. A lot of hard work for me to make those cookies.
Yeah.
I think that's probably where we're gonna wrap this up here. We're gonna try to catch the last few minutes of this Big 12 championship game.
There's no reason to.
There's really no reason to.
It's a 30-point game. Come on.
Yeah, you're right. But thank you guys for tuning in today. We appreciate all the support. And the March Madness bracket thing will be posted soon. And then we got another episode coming later this week. And I think probably we should have a video game stream this week.
Let's do it.
It might have to be later in the week because I'm busy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm going to be knocking doors for pest control.
Woo!
So if anyone wants to do some door-to-door sales with me, let me know and I'll get you all connected and set up. So, but like I said, thank you guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. And that's about it.
You know, I would say to every one of you guys, you know, have some corned beef tomorrow, you know, maybe some cabbage, you know, and certainly, maybe some other stuff as well.
Some sauerkraut.
I mean, that'll work.
Yeah,
that'll work.
Yeah.
I mean, sauerkraut's cabbage, right?
Yeah, it's just pickled cabbage.
Pickled cabbage, yeah.
But thank you guys, and thank you for riding with the Mowers.
It's always, man. Thank you for riding with us. Come on.
All right. Peace out, guys.